Okay, so in this lecture, we will discuss correlation and regression analysis. Remember that correlation is a prerequisite to understanding regression. Okay, so in correlation, we are looking for linearity. Okay, in other words, as x goes up, we also expect y goes up. However, it's not always the case. Probably x is going up or y is going down. So in that case, you have an inverse relationship. So there could be a parallel, okay, meaning to say both of them are going up, and then you also have inverse, in which case, as x goes up, probably y goes down as well. Notably, this can be found in a correlation can be found between age and IQ. I think that is something solid. As you age, your IQ level tends to increase. I am not just sure if that is generalizable. Okay. Remember, in regression analysis, you are trying to build a model. Again, the word is trying. Okay. Okay. Of course, there are many factors that can affect for you in not succeeding in creating a model. I will explain that in detail probably in the next lecture. Lecture. Okay. So let's talk about correlation. Okay. I know that you have discussed this in your intro to predictive analytics. Okay. However, it is again a prerequisite to many machine learning models, okay, including regression analysis. Okay. Okay, so let's go back a little. You have the explanatory variable. These are your independent variable. You can find this in the demographics of your participant, and you have the response variable, which is the dependent variable. This is something that you predict. Okay, for example, number of accidents. You want to predict that the number of accidents. Let's say you have here the number of can the color of the car affect the number of accidents? Okay, probably if it is black or if it is non-black color, what would be the probability of getting an accident? Okay, yeah. Is shoe size correlated to height? We do not. Probably yes. Okay, so those are the cases for the correlation. Okay, again, it measures and describe the strength of and direction of the relationship. It can be very. It is a bivariate technique. Hence, it requires two variables scores from the same individual. Okay, same individual. Multivariate when more than two independent variable, and the variable must be ratio or interval in scale. Okay. However, there are correlations that are not sensitive to ratio or scale variables. These are the Kruskal-Wallis and the Spearman-Rho. Okay, because the Pearson is sensitive to a scale variable. Okay, okay. When we say sensitive, if the result, for example, you tested variables such as to satisfaction and awareness, okay, that can be measured in ordinal level. In that case, the Pearson, you have violated one of the assumption of Pearson, okay, which is that the variable must be scaled in measure. Okay, this is an example of an inverse. Okay, yeah, and then you also have the parallel. Okay? It can be negative or positive. Okay, the sign, you will see the sign later on. That is just your direction. Let me go back here a little. Okay, so technically that is just a direction. Okay, okay. Correlation can be no linear correlation. For example, height and IQ. It doesn't mean that if, as your height goes up, your IQ goes down or goes up as well. Okay, we are not sure of that. Okay, you have a strong negative relationship like this one. Okay, uh, this is the correlation value. Okay? If it is close to zero, hence, for example, 0.1. Normally in most literature, 0.1 suggests that there is no linear association or correlation between the two variables. But as it goes up, as it reach 1, the correlation might be strong. Okay, here in the negative, as it reach 1, the direction is going for a -1. Okay, and this is the formula. Okay, n is the number of samples that you have, and then xy. Okay, summation of x, summation of y. Okay, you will multiply that. Okay, and then square root of the number of sample multiplied by x square, or summation by x square. Okay, minus the summation of x, you have to square that later. Okay, and then you have next you have the number of samples, summation of y square minus, okay, you have to square y. Okay. Okay. So again, most of the techniques that you are using, that you will use here in analytics, would require, even in statistics, would require no outliers. Okay? We have to remove that. I have taught you how to remove the outliers using Excel. Okay. Okay. So this is your activity. Probably you can do this. I will give you an activity. Okay. Okay, in computing R, you get your X and Y. That's already given because this is your variable. Probably this is height, and this is, and the Y is the IQ. Okay. So these are the, for this respondent, this is height, and this is his IQ. Respondent 2, okay, and so forth. Summation, summation of Y, summation of X, summation of XY. You just simply multiply 8 times 78 and you get 624. Okay. And then next, you have to square 64. I'm sorry, you have to square 8. Okay. 8 multiplied by itself is 64. And then you have to square y. It's 78 times 78 because you can see y2 here. Okay. So if it is 2, hence you have to multiply it to itself. Summation, these are all summation. Okay. And you just simply plug here the summation. Okay. It's very easy. Okay. And then we will not go further to testing of the significance. Okay. Yeah. We will not deal with this because this is basic statistics. Okay. However, it just simply suggests that the p-value or the correlation is not significant, or this should be R. It should be R. Okay. R is equal to 0, hence correlation is not significant. And then R is equal to, is not equal to 0, then the correlation is significant. Okay? And then you have the rejection region. However, uh, this should have been taught in basic statistics. I will not discuss this, okay? Because we will not look at the p-value here in correlation. Even in regression later on, we just want to see if our R is close to 1, okay? Whether that is negative or positive. Yeah. Next, you have the linear regression, okay? Regression indicates the degree to which the variation in one variable x is related to or can be explained by the variation in another variable y. Once you know there is a significant linear correlation, you can write an equation describing the relationship between x and y variable. This equation is called the line of regression or least square lines. Okay? The equation of a line may be written as y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope in the line and b is the y minus intercept. Okay? M is, the slope is, this is the computation. Just simply get your, okay, this is your number of samples. You can try this, xy. Okay, summation of xy, and then summation of x multiplied by summation of y, okay, over Number of sample multiplied by x squared minus summation of x, and then you square that. Okay, you get your y. Okay, 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 yeah. And then you get the regression line. Okay, so let's move on to using of Jamovi for computing or running correlation. Okay. So you go to regression, correlation matrix, and then just simply move, for example, SEI and TV hours. Okay. Okay. So that's how easy it is to derive correlation. So you have the correlation matrix here. However, this is in negative. Okay. In most literature, 0.2 to 0.28 is moderate. Okay. You do not need to interpret degrees of freedom and the p-value here. Okay. These are just used to the degrees of freedom is used to locate your p-value. Okay. You do not need to interpret that uh, in our class. Okay. Because you're in predictive analytics. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. No. That's how you will interpret. That's how you will. Okay. Just let me show you how you will interpret or how you will write that in a report format. Let me open a file. Okay. Okay. So this is how you will interpret it. Okay. You can screenshot this. Okay. Uh, okay. However, you can disregard the normality test later on. Okay. You have to test that. You describe what is your data. Describe your data in the first line. Okay. Describe your data in the first line. Next, you do not. These are the assumption check. You do not need to interpret the normality test. Okay, because it is presumed in predictive analytics that your data is huge. Okay, Hence, your data approximates to normality, to a normal distribution. Okay? There was a statistically significant, or you can just simply say that there is a correlation between x and y variables. So whatever variable that is, you type it here, or yeah. And then you can just simply say here, correlation is equal to negative negative 0.28. Okay? So that's easy how you interpret correlation. Okay. So you can open your R. Okay. So this is R again. And these are the package that you need to install. You can just simply click your hold your control button. Okay. Control shift and then click run. Wait. Let me do it. I'm sorry. It's shift and then click run. Okay. You have to install your packages first, as I have mentioned in in the market basket analysis. Install your package first. So you click this, click in any of this line. Okay, you click it, you make sure that the line is blinking here, and then you click run. Okay, next you have to load that library. Okay, since you installed those three packages, you have the core plat, ano ba itong package nito? I have forgot. And then psych. Okay, Scilab. Okay, and then you have an explanation here. It will provide you a nice correlation plot. That will be the task of core plot. And then you have here the HMIS. Okay, that is to give you the values of Pearson, Spearman, and Kendall. Okay, Pearson, your variable must be scale. Both variable must be measured in scale. Spearman and Kendall, these are robust tests. These are robust correlation, meaning to say it's not sensitive to the variable type. For example, your variable can be a combination of ordinal or or scale. Okay, you can look at the Spearman later on. Okay, and then you have the data frame. Okay, you set your you have to set, but you have to set first your working directory. So how do you set that? You go here to session, set working directory, and then choose directory. Again, in your working directory, you have to upload there or copy your data, the data that you will run here in correlation. For example, GSS 2002 must be located in your working directory. So where is my working directory? Okay. I have that here. Okay. And then here, and then I'll just click open. Okay. The GSS 2002 must be there. Okay. It should be there. Okay. All your data must be converted to CSV. Okay. Let's just use CSV. Although R can access data in Excel, using Excel, SPSS, other data files. Okay. And then here we specify the variables that we want to test. Okay. I hope that you can see that I am highlighting this line. Okay. In this, all you have to do here is to change this. You change the variable name just in case you will have another variables to test. Just change it. If you want to add a variable, you can just simply type comma and then quotation mark, double quotation mark for both, and then click run. Okay. And then next you have the correlation. Okay. But first we have to load the library later. Okay. And then next it will compute the correlation. Okay. It's a pairwise. It's always pairwise. So ibig sabihin, since there are multiple variable here, okay, one by one or pair by pair, it will run a test. For example, for SEI1, it will run hours 1 as its Y variable. Again, SEI is your variable for X. It will run a test for Prestige 80. SEI and age, it will run that, so on and so forth. Next, it will run hours 1 to Prestige, okay? Something like that, okay? And then you have here the show results as matrices, okay? Okay? And these are just colors, okay? So that's up to you, okay? These are just visualization, okay? Of course, you cannot just simply, you can change it to the color to black, whatever your desire, okay? Okay, so since I click this, I will now click library. It is always necessary to run the library once installed, or you have to install the package once. Okay, install it once, and then all throughout the usage of R in your computer, kahit na sinutdown mo yung computer or nag-reset, nag-reformat, you have to click only the library. Okay, you have to run only the library if you have installed this. Okay, okay. You do not need to click this every now and then whenever you open the R. Okay? You do not need to do that. All you have to do is to call the packages. Okay? Click library, wait for it. Okay? Okay. If there is no error, then you're good to go. Okay, you check the data. Okay? You have your environment here. By the way, here you can type your command. Okay? You can type your command here. And the console will provide you an update. And the plots, of course, is if you have only if you have plots in your package. Okay. So you check your data. You make sure that R is accessing your data. Okay. It seems that it's accessing the data. Okay. So let me go back to correlation. Okay. Click run. Okay. How many? Okay. So you have selected only 6 variables now. Okay. It's running the correlation. Let's see. Okay. You have the correlation coefficients here. Okay, so that's your coefficient. However, it's not appealing on your end probably. So let's run it further for the matrices. Okay, let's check. And you have the matrices here. Okay, so these are now the correlation or the R values. Okay, okay. For Spearman, okay. Kendall, and that's it. Let's run the plot. You have a very nice plot here. Okay. If you're presenting, you can just simply copy it, save the image. Okay. Let's save it. Let's locate that. Okay. Save. Let's look at it. Okay. You have a very nice image here. All right. So since some of our audience are visual in nature, you can just simply copy paste this in your PowerPoint, and then that's it. As you can see, SEI and Prestige are strongly correlated. Okay, even in Spearman, although the points are different. Okay. However, they do not deviate too far from each other. I do not want to confuse you. I just want you to understand the preliminaries. Okay. Your data is not normal. Okay. The data here is not normal. You can test that. In fact, you can test that. I will ask you to test. Okay. You can just simply get the code for normality over the internet. You can go to GitHub to get the code for the normality. Okay. That will be a part of your activity, perhaps. Okay. So that's it. That's how easy correlation is in R and Jamovi. In the next video, I will be presenting to you regression analysis or linear regression.